Hey everybody, welcome back to Mafia 2. Last time on Mafia 2, we got to see one of those engineered doors that Domenico designed. It was in a bookcase, and behind the bookcase was a staircase which led down to a sanctuary filled with statues of past assassins, including the one Altair bin Lahad. His armor was behind the cage, and his uncle told him to get to the armor he needed to find all the keys. They're hidden somewhere. It's up to us to find them. After which, Ezio decided to go back to Florence, where he could start his search for the men on the list to avenge his father. Although we ended up going to Florence, we ended up doing some side things. We got a couple more glyphs that we found on some buildings and completed those. We found all the viewpoints and collected all the treasures. There was a bit of story, but for the most part, our story begins right now. Fox hunt. Locate La Volpe, the fox, somewhere near the Marchetto Vecchio. I think the easiest way to do this should be to use eagle vision and not cause attraction to ourselves. Ezio.
Stop it! What's the matter with you?
So according to this, that happened. He tackled some random guy thinking that it was his target. Ugh, a bard. Get out of the way, bard. I'm looking for someone. We've spotted our man. He seems to be waiting for something. Hopefully he didn't notice us. We'll attempt the approach now.
What? My pouch.
Oh,
my money.
Your money. I don't have your money.
We've had our money stolen, but the thief wasn't prepared for our speed.
I really have no interest in hurting you. So give me back my money and we'll call it even.
Not so fast.
What do you want? Who are you?
They call me many things. Murderer, tagliagole, thief. But you may call me La Volpe. At your service, Messer Ezio.
How do you know my name?
It is my business to know everything in this city. Isn't that why you're here?
Indeed. I need to find someone. To know where he'll be before even he does.
Who?
Francesco de Pazzi.
There's word on the street of a caravan just arrived from Roma. A secret meeting at sunset tonight. You can learn something of Francesco's whereabouts there.
Do you know where it is to be held?
Ma certo. Let me know when you are ready, and we'll go. Ah, yes. Here is your money.
Alright, secret meetings, caravans. But I think we're ready right away. La Volpe. Date of birth unknown. Profession thief. There is almost no trace of La Volpe, or the fox, in the history books. The name's obviously a pseudonym, but for whom is anyone's guess. What small data is available seems to be almost mythical. La Volpe is reported to have robbed the Pope's carriage without any of his guards noticing, including the Pope, who was sitting inside the carriage. The night in 1467, he was seen on the rooftops of the Palazzo della Signoria, the Palazzo Medici, and Santa Croce, all at the same time. Some claim he is immortal, never aging, while others say that his violet eyes can see through buildings, pursuing the contents inside.
Follow me. But we must move fast. Think you can keep up?
Nessun problema.
See you there. Meet La Volpe at Santa Maria Novella.
What are you doing back there? I said to keep up with me.
What am I doing back there? The cutscene didn't allow me to move. Little race we have going on. Even though they give La Volpe a head start. Takes us back to racing our brother up buildings and whatnot.
Here we are. Francesco Di Pazzi is meeting his people inside that church.
How do I join them?
There are catacombs that run under the city. They will lead you to a place where you can eavesdrop on the meeting. Grip that stone handle. Turn it, then slide it down.
Thank you for all your help, Volpe.
Buona fortuna.
The tomb we couldn't get into before. Those guards are tone deaf. What in the world? Well, okay, here we go. Novella's secret. Infiltrate Santa Maria Novella's catacombs to reach the Templar meeting. It's definitely a tomb. I hope we don't get any sicknesses or diseases while we're down here. Do the Templars also do parkour? I have a feeling that these traps and whatnot are more or less made for people that do parkour rather than those who just walk through. Perhaps they have keys to other doors that we don't have. Alright, we've arrived at the second lever. Looking around, we don't see where to go next, so pulling the lever hopefully will show us our next route. Looks like it's straight across. And that gets us to our third lever. Which seems to be an awful drop. I'm hoping that we have some way of catching ourselves. Or there being a hay bale at the bottom. Which, by the way, would kill you if you did this in real life. I hope that we all know that. Let's see if there's a less direct approach. Perhaps we can pass by some of these guards. Unfortunately, I looked around and couldn't find any other way, so the direct approach it is.
How long do we have to stand here, Saverio? It's so cold.
What do you want, Ilario? Messer Pazzi is paying us good money to watch the entrance, and the dead won't try to murder us. I can't wait to go home to Elena and tell her how much gold we made tonight.
Well, with them leaving, this should make it a little bit easier. Gotta get to that lever that it showed us. Let's find our way up. Searching around in the hallway, we don't see much. The door looks promising. There we go. That looks like some steps. It looks like we can go over to the left.
That hood.
We can't use throwing knives. Well, I was under the impression that all the guards had left, but it seems that there's a few left. Luckily, he didn't alert any of the others. Okay. Waiting for our chance. The guard seems to have turned around. And done. Here we go. Here's a lever. Must have unhooked a rope from somewhere. What an obstacle. I noticed a treasure chest down here, so we should get that real quick. And now we can proceed to the next lever. It seems as though if we follow these birds, they will lead us to where we need to go next. Here we go. Let's see what this one does.
Merda! The door! Keep watch while I go look. This was supposed to be an easy job.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. If I hear anything, I'm running to the other guard post. So help me God.
Here's my question. Was there like a guard up there? Because who got up there to open the door if it opens like that? Alright, well, these guards patrolling make this a little bit harder now. Hopefully we can pass them unnoticed. Don't quite have their routine down. Okay. Ugh. I should have jumped sooner. Perhaps I could have gotten rid of one guard. But he'll be back. We just have to wait. Okay. Here they come. Maybe one will stop. And there he is. Come on. Fall, die. Perhaps one of the other guards will notice. Ugh, both of them.
Another dead. We've a killer loose. Any witnesses? That's it.
Take both. We did not get the second one. Okay, but the guard outside the door didn't notice. And with that, all three have been dispatched. Okay, let's see about getting this guy here before he can run off.
Saverio! I'll be back with the other guards!
I have to tell you, Saverio is dead.
Yes. I think I got away.
Okay, he's pretty fast. It seems he can keep up with our speed a little bit. We seem to be gaining slightly, but...
I'm out base again.
yeah, you are so far. We're catching up a little bit. That's going to slow us down.
He's not going to get me.
Have to find a way out before he kills me. Yes, I think I got away. Leave me alone!
So he's going to close that gate. Should have just gone up the stairs.
I'm out base again.
Actually, that one was because of me being an idiot.
Find a way out
He's just standing there.
before he kills me.
Come on, I'm so close. Come on.
I'm being
Get him.
chased.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No warning the other guards for you. $4. Okay, open the door. Okay, so we gotta get up there. Easy enough. So open her up.
Et benedictio Dei omnipotentis, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, descendat super vos et maneat semper.
Grazie, padre. Bernardo?
It's all here. Swords, staves, axes, armor, bows. Our men will want for nothing.
I take this gift to mean the Pope consents.
He gave his blessing to the operation, as long as nobody's killed.
We're all set for the Duomo in the morning, Signore. The bait's been laid, but it wasn't easy. His fool brother keeps changing his plans.
See, we'll need to be on hand to make sure Giuliano even gets out of bed for church tomorrow.
What is it, Jacopo? Do you think they suspect something?
Impossible! The Medici are too arrogant or too stupid to even notice. Likely a bit of both.
Do not underestimate our enemies, Francesco. Or have you already forgotten how your son was murdered?
We'll suffer no such surprises this time, Maestro. You have my word.
Molto bene. I should be off. I've some other business to attend to before I return to Rome. Gentlemen, tomorrow a new sun rises over Firenze. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
So it sounds like they're going to try and take out the Medici.
Look at that statue. It's identical to one in the Villa Auditore. I think you've stumbled onto one of the assassin's tombs Ezio's uncle mentioned.
Alright, opening this sarcophagus.
Now that we know the way in, I'll tag the landmarks containing tombs in the database.
Thanks, I thought you did that before. We find our key. Looks to match the one in the sanctuary. Let's collect some treasures first. It sounds like they're trying to get rid of the Medici and take over Florence for themselves and put the Templars in charge. That's not good news and definitely something we'll have to stop. I got $1,000 total from this tomb, including the last hidden chest that I found when we pulled the lever.
I know where Francesco will be and when, but...
What is it?
I overheard something. They have weapons, enough for a battalion. Even the Pope has given support.
Typical of Sixtus, but... What the hell are they planning?
I couldn't understand the specifics, but it involves the Medici, and it begins tomorrow morning at the Duomo.
The Medici will all be there for Sunday service. Along with the rest of Firenze.
They're going to do it right in the middle of High Mass.
But it's also a chance for me to blend with the crowd, get close, and stop this madness.
If they succeed, if we lose Lorenzo and Firenze falls to the Pazzi...
It will not come to that. I promise.
I hope you are right.
Since it's still nighttime and not quite time to get over to our objective just yet, we'll explore one more tomb, distracting everyone so nobody notices that we're going through the wall. We can head straight in. We find ourselves in a much nicer area this time.
Di Grazia, stay away from the artwork on the walls. And when your men paint the dome, take care not to disturb any of the sacred relics in the lanterna on top. They are the most important artifacts in our church.
Yes, yes, Padre. Just make sure to pay us the full sum for our work.
That bench looks like a good place to start. Il Duomo's secret. Explore Basilica Santa Maria del Fiore and find the assassin's seal hidden within. Let's beeline straight to that. And it indeed looks like a good spot to climb up at. This place is pretty quiet. I think we'll speed it right up.
Bene. Now I have a way back up in case I fall.
I really do dislike the forced camera angles and stuff that it makes you deal with. It makes it hard to jump across things or jump behind you or whatever. It's like the worst. We received only 750 gold from this tomb. We were up here at least 2 or 3 times. You couldn't tell me I couldn't just break through the window. Anyways, there's a race not too far from us. So we're going to go ahead and do that to occupy some more of our time since it's not quite time to go. A San Marco shuttle. I'm the fastest thief in the city. You think you can beat my best time? Well, I guess we'll see. And it looks like we beat his time by 15 seconds. Now on to our current objective. Wolves in sheep's clothing Prevent the conspirators from attacking the Medici family. Okay, so we are looking for Francesco. And by all accounts, we should be looking for the Medici as well.
There's Lorenzo and his wife. There's Giuliano, Lorenzo's brother. But where is Francesco? There he is. Time to strike.
Crepa! Traditore! Giuliano! No! No! In nome di Dio! Vi scongiuro, pietà!
Nessuna pietà! Cane maledetto! Muori! 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 Your day is done, Lorenzo! Your entire family dies by my sword!
Ezio really just kind of stood back and watched that whole time. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to just kill Francesco right now. So we'll just have to defend Lorenzo. I attempted to pull out my assassin's blade to finish this job. It seems that it won't allow you to use it on this part. So we have to deal with him until his health gets low enough.
You saved my life.
It's nothing. But the man who did this to you has to pay.
Not now. I need help first. To my home. People I trust there. Can you...
Andiamo.
Lorenzo de Medici. Date of birth 1449, profession ruler of Florence. Simultaneously keeping the dream of Florence Republic alive while leaving the people with very little legitimate power, Lorenzo de Medici deftly ruled Renaissance Florence during its golden age. Lorenzo's grandfather Cosimo built the Medici Bank, creating one of the most powerful financial institutions in Europe and becoming fabulously rich in the process. Considered the smartest of Cosimo's grandchildren, Lorenzo was already being sent on diplomatic missions as a child, although his father was inept and sickly. His mother was a poet. She introduced Lorenzo to many of the prominent artists of the day, instilling in him a love of art and culture. In 1469, when he was only 20, Lorenzo became the head of the Medici family, at which point he quickly gained control of the Florentine government through friends in the city council, payoffs, strategic marriages, and threats. But Florence prospered with Lorenzo as its puppeteer. A peace was made between the warring states of Italy, and several masterpieces of Renaissance art by likes of Botticelli and Michelangelo were made under his care. Ultimately, Lorenzo was happier writing poetry and shadow governing than directing his family's bank. During his lifetime, several branches of the bank collapsed, and the Medici assets were wasted on frivolities such as jousting tournaments. Lorenzo died in 1492, nearly broke. He was unable to prevent the popular backlash against his rich lifestyle and the mad monk Savonarola's rise to power.
I'm losing a lot of blood.
Hang on, signore. I'm moving as fast as I can.
Francesco de Medici! I'll kill him. I'll wipe his entire family from the city. They'll be erased!
Quietatevi, signore. Conserve your energy, or I'll be delivering a corpse. We're almost there now.
By helping a few of Lorenzo's guards, they will assist us in our travels. But everyone else seems mostly occupied anyways, so our journey is actually uneventful. Up until we get to Lorenzo's house, where we are ambushed.
I've not forgotten. I had no combat. So be it. I'm more than capable of...
We must defend Lorenzo before he is killed.
Lorenzo's been wounded! Aprite la porta!
What's the password? Poliziano, open the maledetta porta. By the thrice greatest, come in, quickly! The city is at war! Hurry! Wait. I am in your debt. Tell me, why did you help me?
You are not the only one who lost a brother to the Pazzi. My name is Ezio Auditore.
Ah. You're Giovanni's son. Your father was a good man. He understood honor, loyalty.
The Pazzi thugs are storming the Palazzo della Signoria! We cannot hold them off much longer!
No. If they get inside, they'll murder our supporters and put their own devils in power. Then my survival would mean nothing. I have to... Francesco de Pazzi. Help save our city, Auditore. Kill him.
Poliziano. Date of birth 1454. Profession scholar and poet. Doesn't say guard on there. Somewhat of a prodigy. Poliziano learned Latin and Greek at age 10, and by 18 had already become a published author. Lorenzo de Medici hired him to act as the tutor for his children and made sure he received a post at the Studio Florentino. Unfortunately, Poliziano must not have been everyone's favorite instructor. He died of arsenic poisoning in 1449, probably murdered by Piero de Medici, his former student. When we have a quick second after dealing with these guards, we can look up Giuliano de Medici. Giuliano de Medici, date of birth 1453, profession a noble. The playboy to his brother Lorenzo's statesman, Giuliano de Medici was well known for his famous jousting tournaments, his handsome physique, and his illegitimate child. When Giuliano was killed by the Pazzi conspiracy, his son Giulio was considered legitimate due to a loophole in canon law that allowed marriages to occur privately between two people, meaning that his parents could have agreed that they were actually married without telling anyone about it. Watch out, Catholics. Your mistresses have more power than you think. Once legitimately a Medici, this child of a tradesman's daughter went on to become Pope Clement VII. Get this. Clement VII was pope during the sack of Rome in 1527, during which he was taken prisoner in the Castle Sant'Angelo. He escaped his captors disguised as a tradesman. Son of a tradesman's daughter escapes poor past to become pope, only to become tradesman once more. Ah, the irony. Now, after this, we can look up Francesco in our database.
Francesco de Pazzi. Brought up as a noble in a city captivated by the newly rich Medici family, Francesco was taught to hate the middle class and its social climbers. Dismayed, he watched as the Medici Bank eclipsed his own, and centuries of influence over the Florentine government slipped away. It looks like the Spaniard offered him a solution. Rather than compete in something as dirty as banking, Francesco only had to do one thing for the Templars, one thing to put the middle class in their place for good. Kill the Medici. Giovanni Auditore tried to stop Francesco by putting him in jail, but the Templars took care of that.
Signori, I saw Francesco lead a battalion around the back of the Palazzo della Signoria. I fear he may be seeking another way in.
Go, before it's too late. Do what you can!
Farewell, Francesco. Find and kill Francesco de Pazzi. We can make our way through the chaos that is the city until we reach the hangman's platform, where our tragedy started. To find Francesco, we head to the top of the building to get a better look.
You again! Why aren't you dead? Men! Slaughter him!
This building is crawling with guards. We should be careful not to attract all of them.
He's getting away! After him!
Unfortunately, we're spotted quickly. But our main objective is Francesco.
Guards! Guards!
No one's coming. It's just us now.
Maledetto che il diavolo ti porti! Stammi lontano!
I thought it was just you guys now. Anyways, it seems that Francesco, like his son, runs when there's trouble. And they knocked us off the building and we died. Let's just go ahead, pretend I killed everyone, and now we're following Francesco.
Now Firenze will judge you for what you've done.
It's over. It's all over.
Meglio essere felici in questa vita che aspirare a esserlo nella prossima. Requiescat in pace.
Libertà! Libertà! Libertà!
Libertà! Libertà! Libertà! Popolo e libertà!
Libertà!
Francesco?
That's one more to strike from the list. And unfortunately, that ends today's episode. Thank you so much for watching if you did come by. Please comment what you liked, what you didn't like, what I could change. Just anything at all. And take it easy.